Welcome to lesson 3, Get Rapport and Keys to Hypnosis. Okay, when the client arrives, you've kind of already got an element of awe rapport because they already believe in you as the authority figure thanks to your advertising and also the sizable fee you're charging and the fact that they've had this questionnaire to follow already that they've had to complete and send back to you in advance. And then when they arrive, they see your professional diplomas and certifications on the wall, and they see your memberships, certificates of professional organisations, of which you can get numerous for one low, affordable fee by joining my Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp, which click on the relevant button at magicalguru.com for more information. Now, when they arrive, you already know their name from their questionnaire, so you can go up to them and say, "Hi, nice to meet you, John. Is that what your friends and close family call you?" So you welcome them, shook them by the hand. "Nice to meet you, John," or "Nice to meet you, Sarah. Is that what your close friends and family call you?" And immediately they will either answer yes or no. If they say yes, your response is, "That's great. Would it be okay for me to call you that today?" If they say no, you say, "Oh, what do your close friends and family call you?" And they will tell you. It may be a nickname or it may be a shortened version of their name. Once they've told you this, you say, "Oh, that's great. Would it be okay if I call you that today?" And you get them to say yes. In either case, the idea is you find out what their friends and family, people they already trust implicitly and have great rapport with, call them, get permission from them that you can call them that. And the moment they say consciously out loud to you, yes, you can call them by that name that their trusted loved ones, family and friends who they already have a rapport with use, then they're giving instructions to their unconscious mind that you've got the same level of trust and rapport as those family members and friends, and that's the rapid way to get rapport at the start of your session with ease. The keys to hypnosis, well, they are as follows. Step 1, belief and expectancy. Step 2, disorientation and confusion. Step 3, suggestion and repetition. Step 4, relaxation and sleep. Belief and expectancy is built up by your advertising, by the price you charge, by the confidence you transmit out that this will work, the confidence you transmit to the client, your diplomas on the wall and all those other things. And then disorientation and confusion, elements of those are used within the hypnotic induction process to heighten their level of suggestibility and to bypass the critical faculty analytical area of their mind so you can communicate with their subconscious, unconscious mind, or as I like to call it, their personal neck-top computer, to remove the negative files and put new positive ones in. We do that through a process of suggestion and repetition. Suggestion correctly expressed is hypnosis, and repetition is a powerful tool, repeating things at least 3 times. So the first time it's heard consciously, the second time the analytical critical faculty goes, "Oh, sod this, I'm bored," and goes to sleep, arguably, so to speak. And then the third time it goes in and reprograms the personal neck-top computer. And that leads to arguably relaxation and sleep, hypnotic sleep. It's not real sleep. However, arguably a hypnosis state is that of REM, where the eyes are moving rapidly under the eyelids like they do when you're asleep at night and start having dreams. When you have dreams, you're accessing your unconscious, subconscious mind, your imagination. And with hypnosis, you're accessing the unconscious, subconscious mind, your imagination. So you actually do momentarily at times go into rapid eye movement. And that's why when people are hypnotized, you quite often see their eyelids kind of flickering around because the eyeballs are moving around underneath their eyelids because they're in that state of rapid eye movement. More is explained in my books that come as PDF. Download additional resources with these videos. Now, the true key to why all therapies work is this. The client that comes to you will have whatever habit, addiction, fear or phobia they've got, other than what I said in the last lesson about they've already come to a point more than likely where even if they're not consciously aware, they know deep down something's not right and they know that they could make those changes for themselves. They know the time is right, but deep down they've probably got an instinct without realising it that if they just did it themselves, like a click of the fingers, that people would start to criticise and go, why didn't you do it sooner? And then they'd feel shame and blame and guilt and regret. So by going to a therapist, they remove all that self-blame, shame, guilt and regret, and you create that safe environment for them to change and give them permission to change so they can leave all that baggage behind in your consulting room and remove all that self-blame, shame, guilt and regret from themselves. So that when they see people, they can go, wow, this therapist helped me make these changes, and then there's nothing to be criticised. The truth is, though, that anyone who has a problem of any kind, it's because they've got an imbalance or something missing within them in their levels of self-confidence or self-image or self-esteem or self-control, which could also be known as willpower. And if there's an imbalance in any of them, it will have a knock-on effect in terms of their self-love, their self-worth, how they feel about themselves. Now, the key to these, it starts off with the human beings need to feel loved, wanted, needed, appreciated, cared for, cherished and valued. There are 7 things. Write down those 7 words. Loved, wanted, needed, appreciated, cared for, cherished and valued. They all sound very similar, but in actual fact, they're all very different when you look at the dictionary definitions. Some relate to things that would be relevant to self-confidence, some to self-image, some to self-esteem, some to self-control, aka willpower, and all of those as a funnel connect together to be relevant to the person's self-worth, their self-love, whether they love themselves, feel good about themselves. Now, if there's an imbalance in any of them, they don't feel fully loved, wanted, needed, appreciated, cared for, cherished or valued, an imbalance in any of them or an absence in any of them, it'll have a knock-on effect on either their self-confidence, their self-image, their self-control, or the self-confidence. And if there's an imbalance in any of them, it'll have an ultimate effect on their self-worth, their self-love, whether they love themselves, okay? And if there's knock-on effect there, then it will manifest as some form of habit, addiction, fear, phobia, emotional or health issue. Because physical health issues can be caused through stress, which can be caused by those things. Explained more fully in the books that accompany this course in PDF format. So, as a therapist, our key is in all cases to help the client feel loved, wanted, needed, appreciated, cared for, cherished and valued fully. And feelings don't have to have any basis in reality. It's just as long as the person feels loved, wanted, needed, appreciated, cared for, cherished and valued. It doesn't matter whether they truly are by other people, but if they feel that, then inside, then it will help increase their levels of self-confidence, self-image, self-esteem and self-control. And when they're at a full level, that in turn will help them increase their levels of self-love and self-worth. Their internal them. That is why I say they've got to be, from the moment of leaving you, more selfish in a positive sense, because they've got to look after number one, themselves, because to be truly selfless and help other people around them as well, they need to be selfish, pay attention to themselves and make sure they feel loved, wanted, needed, appreciated, cared for, cherished and valued, so that their self-confidence, self-image, self-esteem, self-control is high, so that their self-worth and self-love is high, which may seem that means they have to be selfish, but it's positive selfishness, because when they're operating on 100%, firing positively on all cylinders and giving positive messages to the personal laptop computer, then they'll be a more confident, happy, healthy, relaxed individual, able to help other people more effectively. So that is our real job as a therapist. Whatever habit, addiction, fear or phobia people come to us with, it's about making them feel better. And as you'll find out later, my complete mind therapy approach is like a laser-guided missile at doing that to help people. And that's why I include the script for it within this download package, along with full instructions on how to use it safely, competently and confidently with your clients. I'll see you in the next lesson.